I can tear up just by thinking about how bad they hurt. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title of this video, we're going to be filming a review on these knotless box braids that I have installed right now. These box braids are older. I've had them in for almost 2 months now, and I'm about to take them down. But before I did, I thought I would give you guys a full review on my experience getting them, and just kind of how they wore throughout the weeks that I had them installed. So let's just jump right on in. I'm going to be telling you guys the pros and cons, the products that I use, and just like the full rundown. I'm going to give you all the teases so you can see if these box braids are for you or not. Knotless box braids are different from traditional box braids, as you can kind of see, and I'll insert like some close-up shots as well. But as you can see, there are no knots on these braids at all. It's almost like an extension of my hair, it looks like. So I just feel like, one of the first pros I can think of with knotless box braids is that they look more realistic. I mean, look at them. Like, they lay so flat on the head. Like, I could wear a hat, I could wear a beanie, I can kind of put my shades up. They look so natural. So I could even like take them and just kind of tuck them behind the ear and just look how flat they lay. So that's one of the things I really do enjoy about these box braids, is that they just look so natural. They're kind of giving me like, I cannot think of her name right now, but the eldest daughter on the Bill Cosby show, like she always wore like flat box braids, and I feel like they were knotless. She was doing knotless box braids before knotless box braids were a thing, but they're just giving me like her vibes. These box braids were painless. Like, when you go and get your hair braided, whether you're getting it braided by the Africans or just a local braider, your head hurts so bad. Like when you get traditional braids, like I can tear up just by thinking about how bad they hurt. Like, whoo girl, they hurt. And it's so much tension on the scalp when you get traditional box braids. Even if they're braided too tight, you can get like little like bumps on your scalp. Like, sometimes we go through it with getting box braids, and that's why a lot of people don't get them, is because of the pain. But with these box braids, the knotless, they did not hurt at all. Like, at all. And I have a very tender scalp, very tender-headed. I don't even really like people like parting my hair and braiding my hair down to do sew-ins. Like, even that can kind of bring a little tear to my eye. But with these knotless box braids, they did not hurt at all during the braiding process. And after they were even done styling, like, I went home, like, I did not need a Tylenol, no Aleve, no ibuprofen, nothing at all. And I could like lift them up and style them however I wanted to as soon as they were done. Like, as soon as they were done. Like, I went home and I was like surprised, because I was expecting to be like, honestly, in like excruciating pain and like having a sleepless night, but not at all. I was able to kind of flip my hair up, put it in a high pony, put my satin headscarf on and my bonnet, and go right to sleep and sleep like a baby, and it was all good. So that's the biggest pro. Besides it looking natural, like the biggest pro is that they are painless. There's no tension on your scalp whatsoever. I feel like they're so much healthier for your hair. So the next pro that I can think of is that they're so versatile. They're so versatile. Like, because they are so natural looking and just kind of flat to the scalp, you can style these box braids any type of way you want to. I'm actually going to be filming a styling video on like my go-to box braid styles after this video is uploaded. So make sure you check back on my channel to kind of see my go-to styles when wearing these box braids. I just have them, just down and flowing for these video purposes, but they're so versatile. You can style them up, you can style them down. If you're going to a formal event, you can put them up in a pretty little updo. Like, they're so versatile because you don't have the knot, because you don't have the really big like you know, nickel size knot that are in traditional box braids, girl, you can style these so many ways. Also, the next pro is they are not heavy. They are so lightweight, y'all. Like, these box braids that I got, they are, girl, they like booty length. They are like past my hips. So these are going to be a bit heavier because it's more hair as far as length than you would if you were going to get like a mid back length or even like a short do. But I have them like all the way down, like past my butt, and well, not past my butt, but like past my hips, and they're so lightweight. Like, they're so lightweight. They're not heavy at all. So I really do love that they're so lightweight. So if you're a person that suffers from like migraines or the occasional headache, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, these braids being like heavy on your head, because we all know, like, when we have gotten other braids in the past, sometimes after all the braids are installed, you kind of like, your head kind of goes like that, because the box braids are so heavy. And like when you lean your head to the side, you can literally like feel the weight of the braids. Baby girl, no, not with these. They're very lightweight, and that's like a really big pro as well. So you don't have to worry about, you know, a lot of tension on your head or, you know, your neck, you know, neck issues. So if you suffer from like any type of chronic pain as far as like the head and the neck, you don't have to worry about these. They're a lot lighter than traditional box braids. But if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. I mean, you guys are already here. You're already like almost halfway through with it. Just give it a click, you know, might as well. You're already here. But all right. So now that we've talked about a couple of the pros that I really love when it comes to these box braids, let's talk about a couple of cons that I've noticed that may deter you from getting knotless box braids. So the first one is that, sadly, they just don't last as long as traditional box braids, because that knot that we were talking about with traditional box braids, even though it puts tension on your scalp and it could be painful to some, it really locks that hair in, you know. So with knotless box braids, some girls on YouTube are like, oh yeah, I've had mine for 3 or 4 months. I couldn't do it. I didn't have that experience. They didn't last as long for me as I may have wanted them to. But, you know, for the time that I got and how, you know, good they look, you know, that's okay with me. But, you know, do not expect for your knotless box braids to last the same length as your traditional box braids. It just won't work out like that, unless you're like the type of person that's like, I'm gonna like tend to this hair, you know, every single night, every single morning, you know, wrap it down, lay the edges, you know, the whole 9. Girl, maybe you can get longer than me, but I couldn't get longer than 2 months. But the second con that I can think of is they're more expensive. They're a lot more expensive than traditional box braids. I think with these braids, I'll have to look. I think I paid $200, but if I didn't pay $200, I'll leave it down here so you guys can see how much I actually paid for my box braids. But I paid like $200, and depending on where you live and depending on where you go. So usually traditional box braids, same length for me. And mind you, I don't go to the Africans for braiding. I go to like local hairstylists to get my hair braided. So there will be a price increase depending on where you go, where you live at. But traditional box braids that are the same length, you know, because this is the length I always get my braids, I'll spend maybe $120 on box braids. But these knotless box braids, I think I spent maybe like $200. But like I said, if I did it, I'll leave that, you know, down here so you guys can fact check me. But yeah, they are a little bit more pricey, and you do see your new growth a lot faster because, like I said, they don't last as long, unfortunately. But that's really, you know, those are really the only 2 cons that I can think of when it comes to these knotless box braids. You know, you guys watching this video, you probably have your own horror stories when it comes to box braids. But not with Knotless. Like, if you choose to get Knotless box braids, you can expect a pain-free experience, like, all around. And that's one of the things I really valued, and that's the main reason I chose to try these Knotless box braids. Because I love the look. Like, I love the look of box braids on Black women. Like, this is just our style, you know? Like, braids are just for us, you know? Like, we can wear braids in the summertime. Like, you know, they're not hot because, you know, we can, you know, feel our scalp and take care of our hair. We can wear them in the winter time as like protective styles. Like, box braids are for us, sis, like, on period. So I really didn't want to give up on box braids. So I'm so glad I gave these a try, and you know, I'll keep wearing them. You know, these are going to be like my style. As far as like the time, in my experience, like, Knotless box braids didn't take any longer for my stylist to install than traditional box braids. It took her about, I want to say like 5 to 6 hours, leaning more to the 6 hour period. But, you know, I have like maybe like small to medium size, like schmedium. So, you know, with that size, you know, you will expect a longer wait time. And like I said, I did get long box braids, so it takes longer for them to install. So I expected that, and I expected that with traditional box braids as well. That's really the pros and cons, and I hope you guys can kind of see if these are for you. I'm going to be letting you guys know a few of the products that I use, you know, in this Knotless box braid experience. So before I tell y'all these products, I just want to let y'all know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not really the best person when it comes to taking care of protective styles. Like, when I get braids or any type of protective style, like, I want to wake up and go. Like, I want to like wake up, you know, style, slip the edges down and go, you know. And I want to be able to throw the hair up, lay down and sleep. And I know that's not what you're supposed to do. So I just want to show you guys and just be real. I'm not the type of person that really like does all that every night, even though you should. You know, you should go to sleep with a satin scarf on and your hair up and all protected every single night. I just did not do that. I did that for the first 2 weeks probably, and then after that, you know, girl, I lost my scarf, you know, I misplaced my bonnet, you know, life happens. So, you know, I will show you guys at the end of this video how I did style my hair each and every night, because I did keep a routine with how I would wear it. I just did not protect it with a satin bonnet and scarf. But as you guys can see, you know, it's not really, I don't feel like I have a lot of like frizzes or tangles or anything like that. Like, I'll show you guys, because for the most part, you know, all my braids are pretty uniform. You know, they don't look a whole lot different from when I got them. And like I said, I'll insert some clips so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, I feel like these braids don't really look a lot different than how they looked as far as like this part. The actual braids don't look a lot different from when they were initially installed. And I will link down in the description the type of hair my stylist used. Alright guys, I'm going to give you like a quick clip of what my scalp is looking like right now. So this is what my scalp is looking like. Like I said, I've had these box braids in for about 2 months now, and you can definitely see, I don't know if you guys can see right here, it's getting very loose. Some braids are looser than others, but as a group, you know, they are ready to come out. You can see all my growth. You can see like right here, I don't know if you guys can see that really good, where my actual hair is starting to peek out, you know, because like I said, I did not take the best care of these box braids. So in some of the braids you can see where my real hair is starting to peek out, but it held up pretty well. And like I was saying, I just don't feel like, you know, they look a lot different than they look when she put them in. And now I'm going to jump into showing you guys the products that I used. So the first product that I used was this peppermint oil. And I got this from my local beauty supply store. I'm pretty sure you can get it from any beauty supply store. And I use this once or twice every week. And this did a really good job of making sure that I was flake free, and my scalp was very hydrated throughout this experience. This is a look at the ingredients. So this really did a good job of just like stimulating my scalp, like just making sure my scalp felt really fresh, because this is a higher concentrate of peppermint, because I actually added some 100% pure peppermint essential oil into this mixture, and it just really just like, you know, tingled my scalp and made it feel like really good and fresh. The next product that I use is this Indian hemp scalp treatment, and I just greased my scalp with this maybe twice throughout this box braid experience. Alright y'all, so that is the end of the video for today. I hope you guys found this video really informative and you were able to use it to make your decision on if knotless box braids are for you or not. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below if you think knotless box braids are something you would actually get for yourself. And also, if you've had any experiences or any horror stories with traditional box braids, share them in the description and let me know. I just want to see if I'm the only one. You know, I know I can't be the only one, but I just want to see if you guys have had any similar experiences with getting protective styles and box braids specifically, because for me, you know, they really did cause a lot of tension on my scalp. But yep, but that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much, and make sure you like and comment and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 110 subscribers. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, y'all, I went from having like 30 subscribers, 40 subscribers like for a whole year, and like I went from 40 subscribers to almost 110 subscribers so quickly, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. And you know, I would just love for you guys to continue to subscribe and show me support and give me video ideas that you want to see from me. And also follow me on social media. Follow me on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page called It's My Tasia as well. I'll leave all of those socials linked down in the description. But just thank you guys so much for like supporting me and just showing me love. I really appreciate it. But yep, I'll see you guys in my next video. Wait. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching this video all the way to the end.